Hey guys, this is Emmy with Emmy Plays, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing a game called At the Bottom of the Well, or Bottom of the Well, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember the title. I just downloaded it like 5 seconds ago. But it looks like it's a point and click game. It was on Steam, and I think it was free. I don't have the camera set up yet. I have one, I just don't have it set up yet because I'm still having some issues. I'm not very good with cameras apparently, so eventually you'll get to see my face. So okay, so click anywhere to start. This game, apparently they say if you just play it the first time like straight through, it's only going to be about a 20-minute gameplay. They said that there are several different endings, so if I like this game enough, or if you guys like it enough, I may come back and try to get different endings, but we'll see. Let's just get started. Click anywhere to start. It looks super pretty. I love the music. Oh, goodness gracious. I like the cursor, too. The Bottom of the Well. So I did get the name right. Awesome. Okay. New game. Let's do this. Oh, look. Okay. Welcome to The Bottom of the Well. This game is a visual novel, meaning it is a mainly text-based piece of interactive fiction. Yes! A book where you get to decide what happens. I love these games. Most of the gameplay consists of picking your choice from a selection of options, which will further the story. Awesome! Bottom of the Well does have some gameplay aside from multiple choice, though, the most important of which is the kind of Alice, or protagonist, you are going to play. For your first playthrough, we recommend you use default Alice, but the customization is there to be used. Even if you complete the game, a different Alice might have a very different experience. If nothing else, you might just find a new way to die. Oh, well. Thank you for playing our game. Red Nettle Studios. Okay. Alright, I would like a randomly generated. Ooh. Oh, cool, I can click on all these. Sweet, she's cute. Okay, survival. This skill is a combination of calculating, pragmatism, and experience. It represents Alice's ability to stay out of trouble, and if trouble finds her, to deal with it effectively. It is an invaluable skill in the post-apocalypse. Oh, supplies. The skill in general represents Alice's ability to organize her supplies, both food and others, blah blah blah. A high skill means she can carry more things in her backpack and also influences the availability of food and certain items. Okay. I'm sorry if I sound tired. I'm really tired. I've been up since 7 o'clock and I didn't go to bed until like 1 or 1:30 this morning. So I'm exhausted. So I'm probably not going to read things correctly. Fitness. This skill represents Alice's level of fitness. The higher fitness will allow her to complete more physical, strenuous tasks and also improves her overall resistance to radiation. Oh, that sounds fabulous. Career. Alice has majored in English. Ooh, nice. You go, girl. Which is not the most immediately useful skill in the post-apocalypse. The career stat is part skill, part representative of her position in academia, which might be less than useful in the post-apocalypse. I don't like post-apocalyptic. I don't want that. It might, however, open up on some interesting venues of approach. Okay. Social life. This skill represents the time Alice has spent honing her ability to function in a group, either as a leader or a productive group member. A social Alice is likely to make more friends and influence people. I love the little smiley face. I draw those on a lot of things. Dating. Unlike other skills, this represents the level to which Alice has committed to her current relationship. In the post-apocalypse, such commitment might not be of any particular use, however, unless one follows it to the bitter end. Okay. Can I click on her? No. Okay. Since this is my first playthrough, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the recommended default. But if I like it enough, like I said, I'll come back and maybe I'll do a random, custom, or the Dark Alice. Ooh, Dark Alice. The default Alice is capable of finishing the game to its true ending, but not necessarily through all branches. This Alice is career-motivated, friendly, somewhat lazy, a hopeless romantic with no survival skills at all. She makes up for it by being a good organizer. Okay. That sounds like me. Except for this part. I don't consider myself lazy, but, I mean, And I'm not a hopeless romantic. I used to be. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if this is probably gonna be kind of like Until Dawn. Oh. Okay. Today I had the weirdest dream in my life. I was waiting. I'm waiting for. Hey. Morning, A. Morning. Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No. Well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen, about that. You fell asleep? Oh, come on, Alice. Alice in Wonderland. Oh my gosh. Is like our favorite. Oh. I am so tired, you guys. I need a nap. Or some coffee. Probably coffee. This is so pretty. I assume this is our well. Oh no, long loading screens. I don't like long loading screens. It's like Skyrim all over again. This is really pretty though, the artwork is. I really like it. Also, the music is super pretty. So how are you guys doing today? Good? Everybody good? I'm good. Just tired. If I haven't established that, I'm really tired. What's the weather like where you're at? It is humid and gross here. But that's Illinois for you. How's work? How's school? How's life in general? Good? Bad? In between? I'm doing great. Except for this really long loading screen. It's fabulous. Oh, it must have heard me. Okay. Alice. So, like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like the real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important you know that. I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Whoa, 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 whoa. Aw, man. Fudge. Note to self, don't hit the skip button. I went online to find out. Okay, just so you know, I have no idea what he just said right there. Either one of them. I made a mistake. Oops. Again, I'm really tired. I went online to find out what was going on. I immediately tried to call Chess. I needed to think about my options. We'll go with this one. Okay, what was your plan? The broadcast kept saying to stay indoors, to keep all the windows and doors closed, stuff like that. Was it realistic of you to think you could stay in the apartment? Realistic? It wasn't like I had been through a lot of apocalypses before. I'm not sure what constitutes realistic. Yeah, dude. I had enough food in my cupboards to last me a little while, so at least I had that going for me. Oh yeah, and then I had my trusty radio, of course. I tried it and it worked. It was sending out the same emergency broadcast as the TV, and you called me a what? A Luddite? You got me there. So, what did you do? Tried to call my friend. Chess? Who's that? My, boyfriend. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, but in my dream I did. Wait up. Tell me more about this sudden new boyfriend of yours. I thought you weren't in the dating scene. Actually, I've been thinking of putting myself out there, like maybe some online dating or something. Although I'm kind of afraid to check OkCupid right now. What if there's a guy there named Chess? Yeah, OkCupid. Is that a real dating site? I feel like I tried that one time and it was not great. For me anyway. Good icebreaker. Hi, I'm Alice. I dreamed about you last night. You were my end of the world buddy. I like her friend. I need a friend like that. Funny. Aren't I just? We were just saying about Chess. You were just saying about Chess. What kind of name is that anyway? I wasn't really. I mean, yeah, he was pretty hot, I guess, and smart, and into me. What more could you ask for? I can sense you blushing all the way over there. I love him. Maybe I should check my OkCupid profile, actually. So what did your boyfriend think? Well, first I tried calling him, but all I got was a pre-recorded network busy message. But the net still worked, so I hit him up there. I mean, we did most of our communications in chat anyway. And he wasn't online. Kind of a dumb idea anyway, I guess. Okay, so we're back to this. Decided to tough it out at home. I suppose I decided to stay home mostly because that's what the message was telling us to do. Is this the part where you start putting aluminum foil in the windows and prepare your bathtub for extended living? I love you, Mr. Hatter. I like you. As if I even had the presence of mind to do that. I just listened to the man on the TV. He said, move you and your family to the centermost room in your house, preferably one without windows, preferably underground. Didn't your building have some kind of a shelter? At least on this side of the pond, it feels like you can't walk down a block without stumbling on half a dozen bomb shelters. Sadly, no. We never got into the habit of getting bombed during our wars. We're the ones doing all the bombing. Anyway, bathroom it was then. Did you think to bring anything? Oh, right, yeah. I grabbed the biggest bag I had. A backpack. People always called it magic. You could fit so much into it. Bigger on the inside and all that. That is true. My sister has a backpack, and she can pack like 2 weeks worth of clothes in that thing. Granted, she wears the same 2 pair of jeans all the time, just like I do, but still, backpacks are amazing. Oh! My university ID, good lord. Except it's no longer for student, but for staff. Doubles as an electronic key card. Okay. Oh, so I get to decide what I want to take? Okay. Flashlight, I keep the batteries in it fresh and make sure it works at all times, especially in the evenings, when the evenings get darker, but I still have to go out for my run. A day's worth of non-perishable foods. The student office gives these maps out to freshmen. A radio. A miniature sleeping bag. Take a flashlight. Take a map. Radio. Food. Did I take the radio? Yes. Sleeping bag? Do I not have room for it? Oh, should I drop? I don't know. Sleeping bag. Is that it? Is that all I can do? Oh no. This is so weird. Okay. Serious question. Why didn't you just bring your entire apartment with you in the bathroom? I mean, like bed, every scrap of food, etc. First of all, I was kind of afraid the building would, you know, collapse. I wanted to be ready to run, so I packed my bags in advance. Secondly, the truth was I just didn't come to think of it. I'm sure I had tons of other useful things lying around that I just didn't think of or think to bring with me. Alright, so what happened? The end of the world? Come on, let's hear it. Jeez, dude, chill out. It took a lot longer for the bombs to begin falling than they said. I stayed online for as long as I could with my laptop in the bathroom. Door closed, everything edible stacked around me. The news suggested that the U.S. missile defense was working, that it was shooting down the Russian missiles before they could land. But I guess sooner or later our luck ran out. Oh no. Go on. Well, first the electricity went. I remember being lit up by just my laptop screen. Before I had time to panic, there was this rumble, and then plaster started raining down from the ceilings, and the toilet seat underneath me kind of started feeling oily? I don't know, like I was in danger of sliding off of it. Jeez. I was completely terrified. There's nothing really that can prepare you for it, and that was just the first one. How many did they send your way? How should I know? After the first hit, the internet was down. The lights didn't come back on, but then a few moments later, there was another one. You know how you kind of count seconds before seeing the flash and hearing the thunder when there's lightning? Yeah. This felt like that. Shock after shock. And then counting the little white flakes dropping down from the ceiling. Hoping and praying the next one wouldn't just obliterate you. That's spelled wrong. Sorry. Had to point that out. Did it go on for long? I don't think so. After the third one, my laptop and phone both stopped working. EMP? EMP, what's that? Even I know what that is. Electromagnetic pulse. It's like a secondary effect of a nuclear blast that knocks electronics out. Wait, how could you not know what that is? It's your dream. That is kind of weird. Dream me definitely knows more things than the real me does, or did. How long did you stay in there? Well, the man on TV said to monitor broadcasts until an all clear was given, or at least 24 hours. I brought my portable radio with me. The net went down, but the radio waves remained, at least for a while. Analog for the win. The broadcast stopped after a while, but not before reporting on wind patterns. There was going to be a lot of fallout raining down outside of my window right around the 24-hour mark. Ooh, so not the best option? Well, I was pretty sure it'd get inside whether I wanted it to or not. The question was if it was worth waiting a little longer. Did you have enough food? I had enough to last me 24 hours at least. So what was your decision? I stayed. To be honest, if it were me, I would have stayed for 24 hours. I made, well, not quite 24 hours. I waited the whole night and most of the morning, I think. But it got increasingly hard to figure out how much time had actually passed. I hope I brought some candles and a book. I brought my laptop, but yeah, that didn't work out. But I did have a copy of Gulliver's Travels in there. Oh, and Alice in Wonderland, of course. I didn't own any candles. Some English student I turned out to be. How archaic? I'm not trying to say that. Back to reading paper. Tisk tisk. Haha. Anyway, I sat on the toilet and read using the flashlight. It really did wonders to keep me distracted, and I had plenty of batteries. Wait. I have to ask. Are you telling me you sat there through nighttime in real time? I told you, I had no idea I was dreaming. It was real. I'm awake. And I know it was a dream, but it's like I really experienced it. I get panicked just thinking about it. And I always thought lucid dreaming would be fun. Maybe if you have power. I had none. Did you get peckish? After a while. Luckily, I had some food, although I had to eat it cold, of course. But it was food. It's not like I felt like having a pizza, but it was good to fill up my belly with something. Comfort eating. Funny. I love him. So, after you left the bathroom, what did you see? You know, it actually took me a little while to wrap my head around that it was still my apartment. You see, all the windows had shattered, so everything was covered in shards. There were books and papers all over, blown around by the wind, I guess. And ash? Ash? Yes. I was in shock, like stepping into another world. I walked across this debris, glass crunching under my feet, to the window. Everything was gray, but I could see the morning sun through the clouds. It was snowing ash. Oh, that'd be terrifying. That can't be good. Did the city stand? I think the city was making most of the ash. I could see smoke rising from what little horizon I had visible from my apartment and the smell of burnt smoke outside. But it was also eerily quiet. Ugh. This whole scenario is making me really freaked out. Like, that would be terrifying. What did you do? I coughed up my living room. Seriously, though. Want to see if anybody else in the building was alive. I probably would have just left. I double-checked what I had packed and confirmed that everything I had taken with me to the bathroom was ruined, covered in glass or ash. And radiation, presumably, and then I left. Did you need a flashlight? I took it out and everything, but there was actually a kind of slight light everywhere. How come? Well, there was a lot of doors on the opposite side of the corridor thrown open, and light was coming from them, which I thought was kind of odd. And I peeked in, calling out, hello. I find myself looking out at nothing. No walls, no floor, barely any roof left, no windows, no people, kitchen cabinets hanging loose above the abyss, that kind of thing. Oh, that is so scary. I'm imagining this like in my head right now as I'm reading this, and it's terrifying to think of that. And beyond, nothing. Just ruins and fire. The whole downtown area, gone. There was this thick, ashy snow falling everywhere. A lot of it drifting inside. A sudden gust suddenly blew a faceful of it at me, and I gasped. That doesn't sound good. My stupid self was standing there, mouth agape, staring, so of course I got a lungful of it. Stupid idiot me. I can't really do the sight justice. Excuse me. I can't really do the sight justice, though, and I don't blame Dream me for staring. Dream you isn't you? She is, and she isn't. It's hard to explain. Anyway, were there no other survivors? I hadn't planned on looking, but as I finally reached the ground floor, I heard voices from one of the other apartments. Did you investigate? I didn't actually have to make that decision. As I was standing there, ears perked, a voice called out to me. Someone you knew? Yes, one of my neighbors. His name was Ross, and he and a small group of other survivors had gathered in one of the bottom floor apartments. There was a family with 2 kids, an older lady, and the janitor. What did you do? I went with Ross. I stuck with my original intention to leave. I would say stay with the group. Yes, we gathered at the bottom floor, a little group of us, Ross, me, an old lady from the ground floor, a family with 2 kids, the night janitor who had hidden in a broom closet when the bombs hit. No one was badly hurt, but we were all coughing from the ash, I bet. Weren't you worried? I mean, about radiation? I didn't really have time to be worried about radiation. We were more worried the building would collapse on us. I mean, half of it was already gone. Okay, so what did you do with your little group? Well, first, we all sat down and exchanged stories of our survival, speculations on the causes of the attack, all of that. It was the most natural thing in the world. But soon enough, we needed to make a decision. Ross said I was the last person he'd found alive in our building. Okay. Yeah, I would say you need to get out of there. I argued strongly that we needed to leave right then and there, but what? But they wanted to stay. The family with the child, he started feeling badly, nausea, diarrhea. He wasn't in any shape to walk anywhere, they said. So what did you do? I left. I decided to leave on my own. They weren't surprised. There had been a couple of others who had also gone off on their own after they'd found them. This is a suspiciously involved dream, you know. Tell me about it. So, what next? Let's try and find Chess. So, going after Chess, where would you start? At his apartment. It was just a few blocks from mine. Alright, so you did that? I thought I could go and check. What did it look like? The streets? Awful. Ruined buildings everywhere. Charred by fire, most of them. We had to pick our way between cars and debris and bodies. There were so many bodies. It makes me sick just to think about it. Ugh, that's so creepy. Must have been difficult to travel. Yes, although it was oddly inconsistent. I think my building was the last one directly affected by the blast. About a block in the opposite direction, there were mainly intact buildings. As much as you could call them intact, anyway. Still standing. What about others? Were there any other survivors in the streets? Yeah, there were others. A lot of them were a lot worse off than me. Some were blind, others were burned, broken, or in shock. There just wasn't anything I could do. Where was the government? I don't know. No one knew. I hadn't heard a single ambulance siren since the event. For all we knew, there was nothing left. Did you have the key? No. So I came to his door and it was locked, obviously. I knocked anyway. No one answered. I thought briefly about going around to his neighbors, but why would any of them have keys or want to help if they were even there? So what next? I stood by the door feeling like an idiot and considered my options. They were few. I decided I'd head out. Okay, well that's the only one we have, so. Oh no, I'm not doing so good. Did you figure out where to go? I started coming across survivors soon enough, people like me. some with backpacks and some with just the clothes on their backs. It was absolutely wretched to see them. Some were staying put, but most were moving. Rumor had it there was an evacuation center up at the college. What, like your college? Yeah, talk about going back to where you started. Go on, how did it go? It was pretty slow going, and even though I tried to keep out of the black rain, there wasn't all that much we could do. But at least we had a goal, and others to help us get us there. Oh no, I keep getting worse. So it was real? The evacuation center? Not so fast. There was a slight obstacle still on the way. Oh, what's that? The river. There's a river? Not something I had thought about either. I didn't live anywhere near it, so whenever I crossed it, I just drove over it. But there it was. A geographical reality. So? I mean, the bridges were surely still there. True, but when we approached them, we realized they were occupied. Uh-oh. By whom? I'm not sure. I saw them from afar and kind of ducked into cover. I saw immediately that they weren't good news. They had guns and were harassing the other people who'd come to the bridge. I think they were mugging them. Did they let anyone pass? Yes, some, but I didn't know what the price was or if they had some other criteria for letting people through. So what did you do? Yeah. And what's to say the other bridges didn't have similar setups? It seems like the likely thing to do. I was willing to take a chance. I wasn't going to tangle with a group of armed men, even if I lost some time. How much time did you lose? There's actually not much else to say. Huh? Well, I've been feeling it for a long time already. But by then, it just came to an end. I couldn't move anymore. I was too weak. I had to rest, but I couldn't even keep food down. In the end, I couldn't even stay conscious or talk. Radiation poisoning? Yeah. Of the acute bad kind. I suppose it's lucky I can't really say much more of my last time on Earth. I was too delirious, too out of it to really notice or realize anything anymore. I came in and out of it, and mostly I remember incredible pain whenever I was conscious. Ugh. And thus concluded my dream. Well, that was interesting. What do you think? I think it felt incomplete, like there was something missing. That wasn't the way it was supposed to end, you know? Dreams are supposed to end in a certain way. This one was, I think. It felt like it was trying to tell me something, but I wasn't listening closely enough. Maybe you could try again next night? See if you hear the same recording. Speaking of, what frequency was this on? That's, the weird part. When I tried to see, I realized I had hit the right channel. And that it was in fact reading Alice in Wonderland. And this isn't exactly some obscure number station frequency on the AM bands. Well, maybe you'll dream it next night again anyway. That's the good thing with dreams. You can always dream them again. And maybe do something different with the second time around. Oh boy, another long loading screen. Yay. This is so freaky, like how they're explaining things happening. Oh. That was it. Sweet. As I was saying, that is a terrifying concept. As I was reading that, I just got this really overwhelming, creeped out feeling. That would be so terrifying to just have a normal day and then boom, they're dropping bombs on you. That would be absolutely terrifying. I can't imagine that. Okay, so, got our credits here. Cool beans. Ooh, red medal. Okay. So that was... Oh, hey, look at that. Better prepared. Achievement unlocked. First death. Because there's bound to be more. Okay. Well, that was the bottom of the well. I actually really enjoyed that. I'm really sorry. I know my commentary probably sucks tonight. I am so tired, guys. That's no excuse, I know. But I'm really tired. I promise next time, because there will be a next time, I'll try to be a little more awake for you. But I really enjoyed that. I feel like there might be way more endings. I wonder if it depends on like how you customize her and what I picked for her backpack. Obviously, it depends on the choices you make. Talking back and forth with the Mad Hatter. So it kind of reminds me of Until Dawn a little bit, where it's like the butterfly effect. Your choices will affect what happens to you way later on. but I don't think it's as detailed, obviously, as Until Dawn. That was such a good game. But yeah, that was the bottom of the well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give that like button a little tickle, and maybe share it with some friends. Let them know I'm here, and just remember to stop the hating, start the lovin'. Peace out. Bye, guys.